Hey, what's up guys, Guardian here, coming to you guys with a new video talking about the new products that we got announced recently from the product announcement stream. So this completely flew by me. I completely forgot about this, but we got some pretty cool stuff to talk about here. So let's get stuck right into it. So the first thing that we need to talk about are the encounter cards. So as you can see, we have the return of Dragonic Overlord and Phantom Blaster Dragon. So the way that they're doing this time around in terms of like the nostalgia units is that they're making these kind of like legend or relic cards in a way. As you can see, the framing look a little bit different at the bottom with like the clan symbol, the sort of grey look to it. It looks a bit old and stuff. So yeah, these aren't going to be made that frequently apparently, because I think the next time they're going to be doing these encounter cards is like next year in March 2022. So that's pretty cool. It's a way for them to revisit the old units, like the old iconic units of the past. And I think the lore reason behind it is that there are some characters that like looked into something and gained visions of the past before like, the clans all merged together into like the nations. So that's pretty cool. I really like this. I'm a major fan of like the original units and the major names like, Overlord, Phantom Blaster Dragon. It does give me hope that they'll probably revisit Blaster Blade at some point, but we'll have to see. And you got to think as well, like in terms of the ride line stuff with OverDress, it's actually a really good way of bringing these cards back, right? Because for Phantom Blaster Dragon, I can only imagine that they're going to do Blaster Dark for grade 2, Javelin for grade 1, and then Full Bow for grade 0, right? And then for Overlord, for Dragonic Overlord, it'll probably be, well, I think they already showed in the Harlem, I think, the grade 2. But then it's like, grade 1 will probably be Embodiment of Armor Bar, and then it'll be Conroe probably for the grade 0. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And then if they did revisit Blaster Blade, depending if they made it like a grade 3 or grade 2, I'm assuming grade 2 since it's like, a legend sort of thing. They'd probably make the grade 3 King of Knights Alfred, I'm guessing, since that's like the main, unit from Royal Paladin back in the day. You could also argue Ganslot and Soul Saver, but I think it'll probably be Alfred, King of Knights Alfred, that they'll look at. But in terms of grade 1, probably Wingle, maybe, or Marin. That could also be a possibility. And then grade 0 will probably be Barkle, to be fair. But yeah, there's a lot of iconic units that you can choose from there. But I think those ones will probably be the main ones in terms of the ride line potential. But yeah, I think the ride line stuff and like revisiting these old units in that way is going to be really cool. And then you can mesh those old like legendary units with like the modern day stuff from Overdress, right? So I think that's going to be a really cool contrast to see these old cards work with like, a modern day strategy, right? With like the design of Overdress. So that's really cool. Now in terms of the reaction, I think for the community, I feel like V Series is like tainted the water of like revisiting old units because I feel like a lot of people are going to label this as just nostalgia pandering, which it kind of is. But to say like to say a franchise can't touch on their like most nostalgic pieces from the past is just ignorant. I feel like you got to look at other games, right? Like how many times have Yu-Gi-Oh iterated on Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Red Eyes? Like those those iconic monsters. Then you look at a franchise like Pokemon. You've got characters like Pikachu, Charizard. Like hello, you know what I mean? Even Magic the Gathering, right? They've got the Planeswalkers. How many iterations of Planeswalkers have they made? Like with all the different characters there. So yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm okay with this because, I mean, I like the old units, so there's no reason for me to be mad about this in any way, but I can understand people's frustration with this initially, but I do feel like it's okay considering they're not going to be doing this too often. They're going to be doing this every now and then. And like I said, the next one they're going to do is going to be in like next year in 2022. So yeah, I like this. I'll pick up Phantom Blaster Dragon gladly. It's going to be pretty weird because I haven't played Shadows since Break Ride and Revenges. But hey, if he's a part of Keta Sanctuary, I'll pick up an evil looking dragon that with with a lance. I don't mind that. You know, I do like the Shadow Paladins, but I just haven't played them too often over my time. But yeah, I'll gladly pick them up. So that's really cool. So that's kind of how I feel about that. I mean, of course, that is going to be how I feel because I just like the old stuff, but I do feel like this is a better way of them doing this without it necessarily overwhelming the overdress like mentality of like just having new stuff. It's a way for them to sprinkle a bit of the old stuff here and there for the fans that do like that. So yeah, really excited for that. And then we have the next thing, which is V Clan Collection Volume 1 and 2. That's going to be very irritating to remember the name of because I keep wanting to say Clan Selection. But yeah, Clan Collection Volume 1 and 2. They've confirmed a few things here. We have the Grade 3 searches being reprinted, which I was kind of thinking they would do, because outside of the Draw PGs, which it did last time, Grade 3 searches, that's probably the next best thing to do, right? In terms of generic cards that all decks can use for the clans, it's like, yeah, those could do with a reprint, let's be fair. So that's good. They're also giving us heals with skills, apparently. So that's going to be interesting to see what they do. I think they're also going to be new units as well, from what I can see. So that's cool. And then the big thing for me, here it is. Thing Saver Dragon, coming to V-Series. Finally. I've been waiting for this thing for like 2 years at this point. We eventually got there, right? We eventually got the Thing Saver. I think the major giveaway for this was the Zero art, because as soon as I saw that new artwork for Thing Saver and Zero, I thought they're probably going to use that for the V-Series, like, you know, collection thing that they're going to do. And it was right, so there it is. Which makes me think they might reprint Blaster Blade in that other artwork that Zero got in the set itself, but we'll have to see. But I am expecting Thing Saver to do something in relation with Blaster Blade, since that's what the old Legion was with Blaster Blade Seeker. So that's really cool. Really excited for that. And then for Gold Paladin, we also got Bluish Flame Prominence Core for Liberator. So that's also really cool. Now, I actually didn't play Bluish Flame too much back in Legion. I only played Seekers, but that's also cool. You know, I do play Gold, so I will also pick that up and play around with it. So it'll be interesting to see how that will be made with the skills and that. So very exciting stuff, V-Clan Collection. So that's really, really cool. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about is the Lyrical Monasterio trial deck and the booster set. Now, this is a trial deck, bear this in mind. It's not the start decks like we got at the beginning of OverDress. This is a trial deck, so it'll be a little bit more packed, I feel, in terms of what you're getting out of it. But then you also have the booster set to go along with this. And yeah, I feel like my friend Wingy, he's going to be very happy about this because he's been waiting for Lyrical Monasterio news for ages. You know, he's kind of looked at the other clans and hasn't, well, nations, I guess, but he hasn't really like taken a fancy to anything right now. I mean, the Phantom Blaster Dragon thing has definitely caught his attention. I remember him mentioning this before, but yeah, he's really happy about this news. We also have the trial deck and illustrations, as you can see on the screen here. And then we also have the ride lines from the booster set. And yeah, we have cat girls. So yeah, we have cat girls now. We also have like these like dragon girls and vampire girls as well, apparently, but I'm not too sure on that. Yeah, I mean, you can clearly see the cat girl, right? I mean, it's funny because me and my friend Wingy were talking about this not too long ago, and now it's reality. So there it is. Yeah, that's really, really cool. And then we also have the over trigger artworks. We've got this like angelic looking unit, and then we also have this other unit here in this like really sort of Bonnie dress. Looks really cool. Yeah, so very very nice artwork. Let's say the least, right? But yeah, this is all great news. Lyrical Monasterio news finally. So my friend Wing's going to be really happy with that. And that's, you know, the last nation that we were waiting for, like in terms of the nations that they gave us initially with the overdress information. Yeah, Clan Collection, really excited for that. Reprints are great for grade 3 searches. Heals with skills is going to be interesting. See what they do. Thing Saver. I'm excited for Thing Saver. Yeah, I used to play Thing Saver back in Legion, so I'm excited for that. Excited for the Bluish Flame Prominence Core, but more excited for Thing Saver, I'm going to be honest. And yeah, the encounter cards, listen, I'm fine with this. I think it's a much better way for them to revisit the old units, give them some sort of tribute, give them a bit of a sprinkle in the overdress era, but not necessarily overwhelming us with too many nostalgia cards, right? It's just like a legend sort of relic card, right? Think of it like that. And you know, let's hope they do Blaster Blade at some point. Yeah, let's just do that as well. You know, that's an iconic card as well, right? Um, yeah, but either way, I'm excited about this. I think it's really cool. Tell me guys what you're thinking down below. I know that people are going to feel indifferent about certain things, but you know, it is what it is. You know, everyone has the different likes and dislikes. Everyone has the different opinions. So I'm open to hear them. Tell me what you guys think. And yeah, that's going to do me. So thank you guys very much for listening. I think my next video is probably just going to be the trial deck opening, I think, for the Toya start deck. But we'll have to see. There might be some other videos that crop up that I might have to that I might do. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. This is Guardian225, signing out.